brother there too.
Three, two. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What's going on? This is The Love Below on 91.9. And this is Quita B. And I want to let y'all know who I got tuning in with me today. We got a special guest, but also we have the fabulous F. Dot. And we're going to let our special guest introduce herself.
Hey everybody, it's Shamika.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thank you for being with us today, Shamika.
We gotta get our radio name quick.
Okay.
The next 2
See, I still
hours.
don't have one. I chose my. I just stuck
Some
with
of the Ustream followers that she got.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I need y'all to create her radio name before we get done that too.
Hey, nothing ratchet. Nothing ratchet.
Oh, definitely ratchet.
Yeah,
The more ratchet, the more better.
the better.
Excuse my
But what's going on today, y'all? Is everybody excited? Everybody seems kind of sleepy.
man. It's Friday, man. It's a relaxed day, man.
Relax.
This week was fine.
See, now last Friday I was a little. I don't know why. I just woke up, so I'm hyper.
Oh, you turned up today.
Yeah, I'm a little turned up today.
I feel you.
What about you?
You just chill.
The week went by fast.
Right.
Got exams next week, trying to just enjoy today for what it
I
is.
did.
I had exams the past 2 weeks, so it's time to turn up now.
Yeah.
Yes. See. Yes. But today I have something that I think is a really good topic for everybody in general, because I know topic last Friday was dealing with 2 different issues. Like we've had a graduate side of it and we had undergrad. But
Fake friends.
this is
That's
exactly
what it was last
fake
week.
friends.
Fake
Don't want to let
friends.
go. But today, speaking to your former self.
Mhm.
I think it's a little deep. Basically, thinking back, what is one memory from high school that you felt either shaped you as a person or showed you how other people around you, like their true character?
I'm gonna go first. Guess.
Wow, that was
That's
so
pretty big,
many
huh?
moments. Exactly.
Exactly.
And feel free, people on Ustream.
Oh yeah, y'all can
to
tell
chime
us
in
y'all.
on the topics, and we'll definitely talk back to you. That's a pretty big thing, right? Give us the question again.
The question is, what is one memory from high school that you felt either shaped you as a person or showed you others' true character?
Something that shaped me as a person. Okay, so everybody get a story, you know, how Michael Jordan did make it to high school, you know, basketball team, got to college, blew up.
Yeah.
And I remember the summer of my 10th grade year, my daddy worked like my butt off, literally. I lost like 15 pounds that summer. I'm talking about running in garbage bags, outside at like 10 in the morning, lifting weights. I mean, like, the most, like, you would have thought I was a female version of Hercules. Like, we was going in. And I remember I didn't make the squad that year. My feelings were hurt. Like, you would have thought my dreams had been shattered. And I know it like brought into perspective that whole don't let people tell you what you can and can't do. They made the squad, but I did so many other great things, and I mean now I'm here living life. So I mean it's definitely one of those pointers of like, you know, just because one door closes, another one always opens. So, you know, don't be disappointed. Everything happens for a reason.
What about you, F. What's your memory?
Man, so long ago, man.
Oh, come on.
Give me the question one more time. You know, I'm a little old, so I had to think about it. You know.
Okay, thinking back, you know, you old, so I'm gonna say it slow.
Yeah.
So
all right.
thinking back,
Okay.
what is one memory from high school that you felt either shaped you as a person or showed you others' true character, like the people around you?
High school. Woo! High school. Man. I would say, right off the top of my head, graduation.
Okay, why graduation?
That's the first thing I could think about because I really knew who was going somewhere and who wasn't
Yeah.
going to go nowhere. But no, I think I was involved in an organization called Men with Initiative, and I think if you could compare it, I don't really know them that well, but I think it's the comparative to the SOB organization on campus,
Yeah.
Where there were, you know, the elder teachers and stuff like that, African American men were kind of teaching us how to be young black, you know, men, you know, different ways to dress, kind of different ways to kind of create brotherhood amongst each other. And you really saw um, that as young males and individuals, and in yourself, the things that you could do and you could achieve, and that just because you were of a different color of skin didn't hold you back from really just being great. And at the same time, I would say that other people around you, you start really seeing the needs that we have in their lives, like where they were lacking because they didn't have guidance, or that they didn't have a structure like the organization that I was in, and how you could better, how you could be of better use and help to them. So I think being in that organization, it was a brief time, but just being in that organization kind of taught me a little bit about brotherhood and just what it is to help another person and strive. So I would say that would be it.
If I had to think back and name one memory,
Cause that was like 2 years ago, right?
You know what?
Wow.
See, Frank, I'm not even that young though. Like
We know.
my senior year at Southern, not my, sophomore
Oh,
year.
I'm
So
just saying.
we're not gonna do that.
You just called
Ain't
me
that
old, so that
Ain't
must
that
mean
young.
you young, you know?
I mean, to be young is to, much better than to be old. I'm just saying. Give
Definitely.
me wisdom.
But no, if I had to think back on mine, I would have to say it would be the time when everybody was like applying for colleges, because I did not take that seriously. Like I had a school I wanted to go to, and that is the only school that I thought about. It was like, I'm going there. I don't care what nobody say, because I had good SAT scores and all this stuff. And then it's like reality hit me, because that school actually had like a computer glitch. So they sent out emails to everybody that had applied within this certain amount of time and was like, you can resubmit your application with your application fee. Now, I paid for all my college applications, so I don't have the money to resubmit it. So it's like I was faced with a decision of, okay, now I have to go somewhere in Georgia. Where am I going to go? So I think in that situation, that's one thing that definitely changed me as a person, as far as knowing that I cannot wait around on different stuff to happen. Because I think a lot of people do that, especially, with high school. A lot of people wait and, oh, well, I'll just wait around to do this and,
Yeah.
do things at the last minute. And that was my memory.
Gotcha.
But I believe, like y'all named some positive stuff, and that's good. But
Definitely got some youth strength coming.
yeah, we're gonna get into that. Cause let's see. Okay, somebody, Sunshine B.
Shout out to Sunshine B.
Thank you for tuning in. She says her memory was her last soccer game, and she lost. She was so upset and had a fight with her mother. She didn't understand that this was her last that was her last soccer game, but it really was her learning that her life was changing, and she realized that getting mad at something I couldn't control was pointless. That is a good point.
Yeah.
I really think that's
Going
good.
through that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What about Elmo?
Elmo.
How's that, little bro?
Thank you for tuning in. We have another one. See, Elmo says one memory he has is when his junior class was taking a statewide test, and they were picked to fail by other own school staff. It made them push to do better and show that he's intelligent. That is a good thing too. Like always. And that's another thing I was in, because y'all said the positive stuff, but thank you to them, because they also said the negative stuff, and that's why I wanted to get both sides, because in these situations, with that question that I posed to y'all, do you think that even in the positive situations, do you think that a different type of guidance would have made your training go differently, or made your choice to join that organization go differently, or make her, her mom understand how important her soccer game was to her more?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily that her mom didn't understand how important the soccer game was, but I feel like, because there's like a lot of things in high school that your parents did that you were like, oh, she just didn't understand. But it's not that they didn't understand. They were trying to get you to understand that bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
So like what you understanding now, they were just trying to give you that little push to be like, okay, before you leave me, and I can't tell you this every time you have a situation, I'm going to need you to start thinking about it now. So, I mean, definitely guidance, and I want to say like another lens of looking at things. Because when we're younger, we don't tend to look at things through like both the okay, this is, you know, what's happening now,
Mhm.
and this is how it's gonna affect me in the future.
It's like one-sided.
Exactly.
It was just what I want at that time.
Like my siblings tell me now, I'm starting to sound like our parents. Cause like, but okay, I know this how you feel. But this is
Yeah.
what's going on right now. This is how they feel. So yeah, I'm definitely hitting, as Franco say, I'm not being young no more. I'm hitting that old mark.
Hit me with it again. What was the question?
See, that's how you know he old. That's your third time asking
You
now.
know, they say first the hearing, then the mind.
Exactly.
What was it? What was it about guidance? What happened?
What I added in? Or the
Yeah,
question?
like what was you saying about this guidance?
Oh, I was saying, do you believe that guidance in any of the situations, whether it be in a good direction or bad direction, do you believe it would have made the memories different?
I mean, in a sense, it depends because I was always told that when you're looking back in the past, we often remember the good things,
Mm-hmm.
and so of course there was a lot of negative things going on in my life, but I think just looking back, as much as those good things, I mean the negative things did make me who I was.
Mm-hmm.
But I rather, like we always do, we rather focus on the things that we're good at or the things that were positive and not the things that were negative. But I do think the organization could have been a crappy organization.
Mm-hmm.
And the people could have really just been not good male leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And we could have just been in there just wasting our time and not really getting any substance from the organization that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean, high school is so crazy because there's so many different factors that go on into your development. Like, just being where you are, you know, people are still struggling to, you know, their parents was on drugs, their parents was not there. You had those friends that didn't have the clothes that everybody else had, and the girl that had, you know, been molested or whatnot as a young child, and she grew up with a very bad ideal of what was supposed to be, you know, what was supposed to be. And, you know, different guys that had self-esteem issues, but they took it out on the wrong people. And so many different people wanted to be popular and fit in and all that kind of stuff. But I really do think, and man, we always talk about it. I mean, I think in those times, I was protected spiritually. And I think having parents, even though they weren't perfect, they prayed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they probably prayed over my life more than I realized. And I mean, and then I prayed as well. Just, you know, kid prayer, you know.
Yeah.
You know, kid
Now I'm
prayer.
ready down to
You know,
sleep.
thank you for the day,
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
you for
for
the
waking
food and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I think spiritual guidance was very essential for me because it allowed me to, even though I looked at the world and I saw negative things, it didn't allow me to get taken under from it. And I think a lot of people in that sense go through those ordeals in high school with teenage pregnancies and STDs in high school and bullying and gangs and drugs,
Mm-hmm.
bad grades and self-esteem and every other thing you can think of. And they weren't spiritual God, and they probably, you know,
Yeah.
look more into the natural instead of the, you know, spiritual. So I don't know. It could have definitely taken me out of my element, and I could have been somewhere else, not at Georgia
Yeah.
Southern. Could have been at the crib, living
Looking
on
at-
somebody else.
looking
You
at the
know,
Everest
2, 3, 4 baby mamas. So, you know,
Oh, he think he got it right
Yeah.
you know, 5 kids, 3 baby mamas. Y'all trying to get child support, but ain't got no job. Shout out.
Definitely, but I mean, like, you know, what you said that's exactly, like, that's true, because it's like, I think a lot of times like a high school, like like you were saying, our high school perspective is totally, like, it's not what, like, how we think now. I don't think anybody, unless you just have not progressed in all this time, thinks the same way they did in high school, because I know for me, everything was one-sided. It was always, you know, even if there was a bigger picture, I was not looking at that. I was looking at the moment, right here, right now. That's all it is. And I think guidance, because to me, a lot of times, guidance doesn't necessarily have to be an authority figure or somebody that's standing over you telling you this is what you do, this is how you do it, or that kind of guidance could be anything. Let's say you, like he was talking about spiritual guidance. Let's say you live in a household in high school where your parents didn't go to church, but you wanted that connection. So you went outside of that norm to get that connection. Like guidance, to, like it could really be anything. And I think more importantly, that's kind of where the question was coming from. Just to say that a lot of times, like we have, like you said, we focus on the positive memories, but the negative ones, I feel they're back there and we don't bring them up, but they kind of shaped you in a way too, because like the second part of the question says, did it show you what others around, like their true character? Because I know for me, I learned a lot about people's character in high school, like because I went to like several different schools, so it's like you have to do the whole meeting people thing all over again, and it's just like you get to see, because like you in college, you meet people, but you can shrug off a certain type of character set. But when you in high school, you got to see this person every day when you walk in the building. And I think it kind of changes you as a person to either now, it negatively affects some people, and then sometimes it positively affects some people.
Oh, yeah, because in high school, I mean, just you had them people that, you know, you was best friends with at church, but you been out but twice at them at school.
No.
Or, you know, y'all riding the bus home together and they your best friend on the bus, but you better not say nothing in class because, you know, you ain't part of that group. So high school was like that. Everything went on so many levels.
Yeah.
But in college, it's like, okay, if you like that now, then be like that later, because if I'm not talking to you now, there's no reason I need to talk to you afterwards, you know? So I just feel like there's a way you're able better to split the two now, and you're able to be more mature about the situation than necessarily when you're in a room and a lot of people like just instigating moments.
Definitely. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to go to a quick break into some music right quick. Thank y'all for tuning in to The Love Below on 91.9. This is Quita B.